beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Today Dad's back.
Happy New Year, if it's not too late to say that. Hi there.
Here to torture him again by making him watch his Strictly dances, because if you don't know, was it 2019?
Yes, 2019.
Yeah, he was
Strictly got to week 8.
Have you watched them back since you've done it, Mark?
I do sometimes have a little look, just to compare, but the trouble is it just shows me how good everyone in subsequent series has been. Because the bar's got even higher. It really has rocketed right up the standards.
This is the first one, this is the jive to Do You Love Me?
Yeah, no, this was a nice one to start with. Katya picked well with this one, a jive.
The jive's quite hard, I've heard.
Yeah, it is hard, but it's
fast.
I was into the energetic dances, the bouncy dances, because I could use the energy.
Quite a good first one.
It was very painful because we had 2 weeks to rehearse for this one, and the balls of my feet were absolutely in agony. Walking down the stairs, so sore, ankles sore, feet were sore. Oh, the backs of the legs. It was painful. It was a lot to learn because it's very fast, but Katya, being the brilliant genius that she is, she had some lovely little routines in it and lovely little tricks. And of course we had to have the signature flick with the feet, which Craig didn't like, but we had to include that in the dance. And we aimed it at him.
Oh yeah, you did.
And his face was a picture. Oh yes. I can't remember what mark he gave us. I think it was a 6. So that's not bad for Craig. Anyway, we'll see at the end of week 1 jive. So the idea is I come out of a jukebox.
How nervous were you?
At this point, yeah, the most nervous you ever are in your life.
I can imagine everyone was
Because I had to jump out, twang the braces, but it was a nice way to begin, because that was quite an easy move to begin with, so it gives you confidence. A bit of fun before, into frame or jive hold, and into the first chassis. And I quite enjoyed these, they took a while to master. And then bending in the right some angles needed here. So this took a lot of learning and a sweet round. And there's the flick to Craig right in front, and then the leg will twinkle. Now these are drunken sailors. These were quite fun to learn. That is a twist, and then into the nice little turns. And then one of the moves. This took a long time to practice. Oh my goodness, this went wrong. But then a bit of comedy, bit of slapstick, which annoys Katya. Chance for her to turn the jukebox off, and a bit of solo. And it gets me ready very cleverly in the routine for the kickball changes, because of course I'm getting carried away. No, come on, work. There we are.
I like this bit.
Into the flicks and the kickball changes, which actually Shirley said were worthy of week 8. I don't know about that, but
oh yeah, she did. Yeah.
I used to have to do 5 of those whenever Katya called or texted in the night.
She was like 8.
Give you 5. Give you 5.
I'll give you 5. Like do your kickball.
And then
changes.
even little flicks like that took a long time to rehearse, and I found this difficult at first.
Was the jive quite technical?
Yeah, a lot of heel work, a lot of footwork. You've got a lot of flicks, a lot of energy. But great fun to do actually. Once you're in it, you really felt the energy of it. And then this is a really hard move. We fell over during this move quite a lot actually in rehearsal, thankfully not on the night. And then a slide with special knee pads into the camera, into week 1.
Do you have pads on for those?
Yeah, for the slides, because it could hurt. And what did we get? Oh, well, Craig only gave me 4. Okay.
Ooh,
6 from Motsy.
6
from Shirley, and I think it was a 6 from Bruno. Yes, that's not bad.
Not too bad.
So 22 from week 1. Of course, then it's combined with a week 2 score. And often this is the case. Your professionals will give you deliberately one of your weaker dances in the second week because it's combined with your first week score. So if your first week's gone well,
I didn't know that.
then you can afford a slightly weaker second dance. And Katya did that quite cleverly. So she gave me the American Smooth, which was my hardest dance by far because it involved lifts. So I got very pathetic upper body really. I needed to work out.
When Katya said, "Oh, we're doing these lifts,"
on the first day, she said we can do these lifts. She said, "Stand there and I'll spring up onto your shoulders with a flip, with a backward somersault." And I thought she was absolutely mad. I had bruises everywhere. I practiced with broom handles at first, and bruises were insane and neck ache. But it went down, and apparently I had messages from people in France who were watching at the bar.
France? Oh,
and they knew someone I knew, and they apparently all the French thought it was hilarious.
I remember
ski result.
I remember Claudia said, because I was there that week, but get ready for Mike's dance.
Yes. So I enjoyed the coming through the saloon. I quite enjoyed being a cowboy and practicing this.
Yeah, you had some
having a drink with Bruno. So this was fun to do, I'll tell you.
You had some good acting.
I'd say the costume didn't suit me, but of course it's in keeping with the rhinestone cowboy.
Did you get to keep it?
No, I didn't get to keep this one. So I still hadn't lost the weight there that I lost by the end of Strictly. But then like a few basic steps. Okay, trying to get into hold there. Okay, that's not too bad, is it? Well, I don't know. I look a bit stiff, that's all. Oh, it's quite like the song. But then for me, my favourite is when it gets going. That's okay. That's okay.
Expecting it.
It's a bit of American Smooth.
But
now we are. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, that was okay. A bit of line dancing, maybe. And then this. And I heard the crowd absolutely go mad. And the whole roof went off the stadium. There she goes into the lasso,
Don't think anyone
swinging around, and then where I was, come on, can we land her? Yes, we can land her, just about.
Ooh.
But then, wow, look at me, I'm a bit dishevelled at this point, and now I'm wandering around in a state of shock. But thankfully, chance to compose ourselves.
No, you did the rest of it. Was it hard switching from the normal
Yeah,
dance?
there we are. I had to get into the arms and try and swing around,
Because that always looks hard switching.
and then stop.
From that.
And then that was a bit awkward from me, wasn't it? A bit of nice kicking action there, a bit of
The kick and flip.
line dancing, hee-haw, yee-haw. And this is the bit where I lost it a little bit there. And successfully up onto the shoulders, bit of a wobble, and then this. Now,
How did
I
you?
deliberately dropped her off the back. Now,
Yeah, that
but
looks deliberate.
caught her.
Yeah, so people thought.
But I
it was
think
an
Bruno
accident.
thought was trying to kill her. Okay, yes, the dismount could have been a bit smoother, and
By that
oh,
point,
I was
you
more
were
worried
like,
about the banana actually. That's terrible, isn't it? I was more worried about the banana than poor old Cassia.
Squashing the banana.
But the gun, it was meant to be our nod to a gun because you don't want to have guns on a family show. But round stand cowboy, I don't know what was that.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
But it was. It,
Oh, a 3.
I think Craig's comments, which are framed, a 3, a 4, a 3, and a 4, 14. Craig's comments were odd, darling, very, very odd, which was wonderful.
This is the iconic magic mic. It's radio.
Well, so how did you come back? Yes, we went through. We didn't end up in the dance-off. We made it through safely. A few places above the leaderboard into week 3, which was moving me great stuff. And again, Katya's brilliant casting. She went for Magic Mike. It's Raining Men
I
by
like this.
the Weather Girls, and a famous tune, but with a bit of Magic Mike. And I actually did go and train with the Magic Mike dances in
Oh yeah,
London
you did. That must have been
first,
cool.
and I got to come down the largest pole in Strictly History, dressed as a farmer,
Put
and
that
then
on
got to
CD.
rip my trousers off. And actually, this is one of the dances we took on
Oh
tour.
yeah, you did on the tour. Was
Which
it?
went
Was it a
down
fun
well.
one? Did
Oh
you
yeah,
like doing
because
this
you
one?
came out and go to pony, and then
Bit more
off
fun.
with the shirt, off with the trousers, and then hopefully a little bit of cha-cha-cha content to an iconic song.
Is it quite technical, the cha-cha?
Yeah,
I
it
know I
is.
said this about the jive, but I've heard cha-cha.
And my hips were a bit stiff, and I didn't really get some hip action going as much as I'd like to have done, as I like to. I think I would have done in week 8. But yeah, so they're a little bit sort of pigeon steps, aren't they? But there's lots to remember in this one, and in the actual tour, my shirt kept popping open. But it was a good fun one to do. They're
Steps.
Cuban, I
Steps.
don't know, what are they called? Towels, the Turkish towels, sorry.
Turkish chows.
And then a bit of thrusting, apologies for having a dinner. And then into some New Yorkers coming up, not quite. But yeah, it was a punchy dance. There, here we
You look
go.
very serious in some
New
bits.
Yorkers,
Serious.
there we are.
Bang.
And they got better.
Oh, and then
And
this
apparently
is,
this did improve on tour.
and then this is the fall.
And then this is the famous fall, rather. Now, and I stopped. There was a lot going on at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
you did a little.
So I learned the
Just
dolphin
carry
roll
on.
from the cast. There she goes, down she
And
goes.
you're like, oh, no.
my gosh, you're right. Sorry, don't say sorry, carry on.
She was
And
like, carry
she's
on.
brilliant. Look how she gets all the
Just
way
gets
around. I've
straight-
done my dolphin, or attempt at a dolphin, more like a porpoise with a porpoise. And there we are. She's behind me all the way.
Yay.
But it wasn't a
I
deliberate.
remember all the comments were like, she's drunk.
Yes.
I'm not.
No, not at all. So yeah, we struggled. We still didn't get to the bottom 3 on that. I don't know how, bottom 2 rather, but we just escaped and got through. To the most famous week for Katya and I, week 4.
Highest score this one.
Yes, to Come On Eileen, another iconic song, the
Mm.
quick step. But it's probably the hardest to learn because it's so quick, there's a bit of
Was it
frame.
this one?
Yeah, very technical.
And you said you had a cold this
I had a
week.
cold.
This
Yeah,
week.
like it was the closest I came to breaking down in tears, apparently.
Oh.
I had a 10th step that which I can show you. I just couldn't get it. It
Oh,
just
it's
was a
that, I
mental
remember you
block.
saying it was that one
Yeah, it
step.
was just a simple step, sort of the end of a couple of steps and a kick, and I had to land on the left foot. And if that went right, then the next block of the dance would be fine. But if that went wrong, the whole rest of the dance was
But thank
collapsed
God.
like a pack of dominoes. And even in the dress rehearsal, it was so bad because the 10th step didn't land, and all the fences crashed down, and even the other professionals and celebrities were like, don't worry. And Katya went very silent, and I sat in the dressing room between the dress rehearsal and the main show, just feeling quite sick and just ashen. That was in dress rehearsal on the Saturday afternoon, but by the Saturday evening, well, let's see what
You
happened.
got
Because
it, yeah.
wow, it was like slow motion. It was like a horse coming up to the fence in the Grand National. I mean, it's a lovely choreography again.
Oh, I love
We're
this.
outside the Strictly Social
Yeah.
Club. Katya wants to go home. She's had enough, understandably, my company. And then I persuaded her to stay out for one last dance to, of course, Come On Eileen by Dex's Midnight Runners. And here we go. So we get to frame, and I want to try and count the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Somewhere down like there. And it
Oh, it was
landed.
around there, and you were like, yes. I
Yeah, and so
Quite
now
early on in
you can
the
see
dance.
the whole mood of me changes.
Oh, it does, yeah. You You were a lot more confident after that, weren't you?
And as soon as I got,
Right,
okay,
yes,
that thing was a bit
obviously.
flailing, but, and Katy's already sensing it.
Yeah, and you can tell she. And
And
Moxie's
Moxie's up on her feet because they could see actually the footwork was going well.
And they were like, yes, they were kind of routine.
Because it was a difficult routine, lots of content, but Katy had choreographed it and taught it brilliantly. So by this point, it's sport's all about confidence and dancing as a sport.
Yeah, would
of
you
sorts.
say that dancing is
Yeah,
like
and so now this bit, you're actually flying around the room, like with the world with you. It was just the most magical feeling. This, you could feel the whoops, and hear the whoops of the crowd. And now you're getting the whole nation going on a Saturday night with this. This is probably the first
it was such
time
a
I felt
fun-
that. The most
yeah.
iconic moment I had on Strictly was this bit here. On stage, you knew near the end. There was one little bit to go, but I was quite confident with this bit where she leaves me on the stage and I have to come down.
Oh yeah,
and
this
run
bit
to her.
looked the hardest bit.
Yeah, and Shirley
Really
commented
well
on this bit coming up here.
Oh
Where
yeah, she
leaves
said
me.
that was really clever.
Slight stumble on the stairs, but here. So I had to count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
And then
1,
you
2,
got
3.
right.
And
yeah,
now,
that's clever, that.
This moment here was the best ever because look, we saw the chippy.
You're
Come
like,
on,
yes.
let's get some chips.
I was always saying yes.
And
we're going.
Katia, after what we'd been through that week,
Oh.
it's like coming back from 3-0 down in extra time and winning the penalty shootout.
Oh.
5-0.
Oh,
And the emotion.
Tearful.
And so we got,
Well done.
and Dan Walker was there, so it was good to do it in front of my breakfast going at the time, Dan. And we even got a 7 from Craig, we got a 9 from Mossy, we could not believe
I
it.
remember the 9-year-old.
8 and an 8, and we were 32, so we were like 4th or
Bit of a
3rd
break
even on the
for everyone.
leaderboard, and that was it, we were through to another week. And that was the highest Strictly moment, the best Strictly moment, but it came from the lowest in the middle of that week, just a
Well, that's
few
the
days
thing.
earlier.
It could be terrible all week.
Yeah, it just shows in
The
Strictly things
turnaround overnight.
things
isn't
can alter so quickly.
it?
You
Yeah.
go from the top to the bottom to the top, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching this. Please like and subscribe and let us know if you want us to do. Because you've got a few more.
We've got 4 more
Weekends.
dances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon, bye.